Oswalt, since the rain delay, has made now 15 pitches and gotten 4 outs, or 5 outs. I mean, that's pretty efficient. Denard Spanish, you can see 0 for 2. Fly to right, grounded to second. And Oswalt back with the 0-1. Popped him up. On the third base side, Elvis Andrus. A couple of steps into the outfield grass, makes the catch, and that is out number 1. Let's go to Jim Knox again. Jim.
All right, Buzz. The Fox Sports Southwest Fan Express rolled in from Central Texas this afternoon. That's right. Courtesy of Central Texas ESPN Radio. Paul, of course, a big host on that show, and a lot of guests on hand. You guys had a good time riding down the bus?
We're having a blast. We're having a blast.
There we go. Good to have you out here, as well as Yvonne, big-time Ranger fan. You never miss a game?
Never miss a game. I watch every game. Even when they're on the West Coast, I stay up to midnight every time they're playing.
There we go. And you even sent Tom something a couple weeks ago.
I even sent Tom and Steve some kolaches from West. They were homemade.
All right. Okay. They got them, and they had a great time eating them. Appreciate it, Yvonne. Thank you very much, Central Texas. Good to see you guys. Buzz.
There's live and in person, the people that send us our stuff.
Yep.
And we appreciate it. Isn't that nice?
That's terrific. 0-2, the count to Ben Revere.
Look out, folks. Man.
Just over the Twins dugout, and that hit from rows 1 to 4. That group from Central Texas.
That's great. That's just a great example, and I'd like to say this every now and then. If you're sitting in the front row, right up front, not even the front row, first 5 rows, anywhere around in there, and you've got little kids, you can't take your eye off any pitch.
Yep. Call strike 3. Got that backdoor hook, the slider coming in there, and Ben Revere caught window shopping.
In fact, it's important to place yourself somewhere where you can block the ball if it goes at one of the kids. A good, like slider, a cutter that came back and caught the outside corner. Nice pitch.
Third strikeout for Roy Oswalt, and Oswalt now has retired 7 straight. And here's Joe Mauer. Mauer is 1 for 2. Singled in the first, grounded to second in the third inning. Line drive by Elvis Andrus into left field, a 2-out single. Well, Mauer continues his hot hitting. I mean, he has just been hot the entire season. And Progressive now will bring you the upcoming schedule. Look at what happens after the All-Star break. Seattle, Oakland, and L.A. Rangers on the road for the first 8 ball games in a 10-day trip. Then they come home. Boston's in town for 3, and the White Sox are in town the following weekend. Rangers trying to get to the All-Star break on a positive note. Get another win under their belt. First pitch to Willingham is outside for ball 1. Rangers, in case you missed it last night, I'm sure you didn't, but broke their 5-game losing streak. Had a 4-3 walk-off win in 10 innings. Willingham last night had a home run against Derek Holland. Derek Holland pitched pretty well last night, I thought. 6 innings of work and 3 runs. Fastball inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. First time out. He made a couple of rehab starts since going on the disabled list, and last night took it out between the lines at in his home ballpark here in Arlington. Michael holding Joe Mauer at first. And Oswalt ready to work. The 2-0 pitch. Hard hit, but pulled well foul. Willingham, a dead pull hitter, and the Rangers defense him that way too. Not very often you see in this ballpark everybody pulled well around to the left, but he hit a ball, if you remember, on Friday night, a towering fly ball down the right field line that Nelly Cruz had to run forever and just was able to catch up with it, and that went completely against the grain. Pitch outside to him. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch number 102 of the evening coming up from Roy Oswalt. It's inside and high for ball 4. That puts 2 men aboard for Justin Morneau. Second walk, second time that Josh Willingham has walked, and Mike Maddox is going to go out and slow things down a little bit for Roy, and also give the bullpen an opportunity to get things going out there.
Definitely pitching carefully to Willingham. He's walked him a couple of times. He's handled Morneau pretty well, though.
Speaking of Justin Morneau, this happened back in the 4th inning. The Brown Hen Center great hands of the game. A ball that looked like off the bat it was going to get out of here, but Nelly Cruz right back against the padding. What a play by the Ranger right fielder. That may have pushed. They may have to change the numbers out there on the wall. That may not be 349 anymore after Nelly ran into it. Maybe back a foot or two. Nelly Cruz, a great play, and Tanner Scheper's getting loosened in the Ranger bullpen in right center field. Oswalt now working to Morneau, who's 0 for 2. Ground ball up the middle. Elvis a dive, can't get it. Around third is Mauer. The throw goes back into second and safe. Just back in the nick of time was Joe Mauer, or I should say Josh Willingham, who had rounded second as Mauer was scoring. And Ron Washington going out to have a discussion with Eric Cooper. Heady play by Gentry to throw behind the runner, knowing he had no chance to get Mauer rounding third.
A little 2-out rally by Minnesota. First 2 guys were out quickly.
Wash got his say in and got had maybe not the answer he wanted, but got a reasonable answer from Eric Cooper.
The ball hit off the end of the bat, but it found a hole up the middle. There's a great look at the play.
And if he calls him out right there, Mauer doesn't score, because that tag would have been made before Mauer crossed home plate.
That's very close play.
Yep.
Tough to argue with the call.
So the Twins take a 1-0 lead as Justin Morneau gets the RBI, his 38th of the year, and also extends his hitting streak to 10 straight ball games. And now Napoli out to kill some time talking to Roy Oswalt as Scheper continues to loosen in the Ranger bullpen. And home plate umpire Chris Conroy going out there to try and speed things up. Get a look at the pitch totals by innings. The second inning, which resulted in just a couple of hits and a couple of strikeouts. The big drain on the pitch total tonight for Roy Oswalt. There's Scheper, and that's going to do it for Oswalt. He crossed the 100 pitch mark. He's at 103, and Ron Washington wants to try and keep the ball game right where it is, and he wants Tanner Scheper to come on in and try to do that. So Oswalt will be finished after 5 2/3. He will leave trailing 1-0, and the runners at first and second, his responsibility. Nice round of applause for the veteran right-hander. Tanner Scheper's coming on in, and while he makes his way in from the bullpen, we will take a short timeout. Be right back after this on Fox Sports Southwest.
You'll hear folks around Texas use words like tough, dependable, innovative when they describe Ford F-Series trucks. Oh, and if you're talking to a Texas auto writer, you might hear these words: Truck of Texas. You see, during the 2012 Truck Rodeo, Ford F-Series took top honors over Chevy and Dodge, proving that Ford is the best in Texas.
You know, weight loss programs can be expensive, so to save some money, I just got the popular girls from the local middle school to follow me around.
Ew.
Seriously?
So gross.
Ew. Seriously?
That is so gross. Ew, seriously.
Dude, that is so totally gross.
Gross, I know.
There's an easier way to save. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
It's only been a year, and already Autoblog calls the Hyundai Equus a set of leather-covered brass knuckles flying towards the jaws of Audi, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz. Ward's Auto World magazine said it has one of the 10 best engines of the year. So toast the Equus buyer for financial intelligence, declared the New York Times. Gee, it's all happening so fast. The Equus from Hyundai.
The 2012 MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday on Fox.
Top 6, 1-0 Minnesota as we get you ready for the pitching change. And regardless of what happens here tonight, it has been a very productive first half of the season for these Texas Rangers. Here are the skipper's observations of the first half.
It is something to ending on a good note. You get 4 days off, so I don't know if you can take that momentum and bottle it and bring it with you. But it's nice that if you can win going into the break, it makes your 4 days much better.
And Wash went on to say that he's impressed with the way that his team has handled adversity. Obviously, so many guys off and on the disabled list. This team could have a very different look post-All-Star break and in the next couple of weeks. So it should be interesting to see how they respond to that. Right now, though, a pretty good position with that 4-game lead in the American League West and among the best teams in baseball, guys.
All right, Emily, thank you. Tanner Scheppers enters the ball game, the 25-year-old right-hander from Mission Viejo, California. There are the numbers on Tanner. He's ahead in the count to Ryan Domit. No balls and 2 strikes. And Willingham at second, Morneau at first. Time called momentarily. Josh Willingham walked with 2 outs. He's now at second base, and Justin Morneau put the Twins on top 1-0 with his RBI single. Check swing. He went around, and Scheppers a 3-pitch strikeout of Domit, and that will end the 6th inning for the Twins. They get a run on 2 hits, Strand 2. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Twins 1, Rangers 0 on Fox Sports Southwest.
Look at these hot dogs.
They have totally reinvented themselves for summer.
Without a doubt. They have thrown convention right into the hot dog win.
Guacamole on mine. You got Fritos, chili, and cheese on yours.
I got it all.
It reminds me of when you reinvented yourself. Called yourself JT.
That was so money, dude.
Yeah, you had that sideways visor. Used funky fresh in every sentence.
Why did I ever stop that?
Weren't you beat up by a bunch of 14-year-olds?
Yeah, a bunch of them.
Try the new Holy Guacamole Dog and Chili Cheese Fritos Coney and wash them down with an Island Breeze slush. This is how you Sonic.
Was rounding second base after hitting 4th one and looking in that dugout over there and seeing everybody going crazy. One of the best moments of my career. Try to make something else happen.
The spotlight shines on Josh Hamilton, Monday night at 10:30 on Fox Sports Southwest. Fox Sports Southwest is your home for Rangers baseball. The reigning AL champs are out to recapture baseball glory every time they hit the diamond. Be a part of the action every step of the way on Fox Sports Southwest. Rangers baseball every Sunday is brought to you by Hyundai.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Rangers Baseball, LLC, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Rangers Baseball, LLC.
It's time for the Sonic Slam inning, brought to you by Sonic. Tonight, the jackpot is worth $1,700 and dinner for 2 at Sonic Drive-In. Tonight, the Rangers are hitting for Vicky Howell of Bedford, Texas. The Ranger hits a grand slam during this inning. Vicky Howell from Bedford will win $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Cole DeVries now with a 1-0 lead with which to work. And he will face Craig Gentry, and then back to the top of the order, Kinsler and Andrews. Gentry a pop out to second. His first time to the plate goes after the first pitch. Hits it well to left center field on the run, and making the catch is Denard Span. A good jump and read the ball well. And Gentry is a long out. There's one away for Ian Kinsler.
The Rangers have only had 2 hits. They've hit a few balls hard to the outfield, a couple line drives to center. Hamilton got underneath one just a little bit to the warning track. But having a hard time breaking through with any damage at all to DeVries.
No, Ian Kinsler up for his third at bat of the night. He had a single to start things here for the Rangers tonight, but that was the only hit the Rangers had for 4.5 innings. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Kins at 275, as you will note. Checks his swing on the breaking ball, and the count goes to 2-0. Kinsler last time up line to Span in center field. Hit the ball right on the button, but had nothing to show for it. Another line drive. This one's going to fall in front of Span for a base hit. Well, Kinsler with his second hit of the night. A 1-out single, and that will bring up Elvis Andrews.
Another well-hit line drive. Good to see, and lining those balls instead of getting underneath them. A couple of well-hit line drive singles.
Kinsler a threat to run at first, and Elvis of course handles the bat well. You have, as we talked about in the first inning, plenty of options with these two guys on base and at the plate. Elvis had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning and struck out his second time to the plate. And DeVries quick step off to check Kinsler back. Elvis loves hitting in this ballpark, and over his last 11 ball games, that number pretty impressive for the Rangers shortstop. And throw to first, and Ian back with kind of a falling dive. Ron Washington has seen his second baseman, Ian Kinsler, steal 15 bases in 21 attempts. Rangers 65 as a team this year. Ground ball right back to DeVries, to second, on to first. It's a 1-6-3 double play, and a pretty dandy play turned in by Cole DeVries. Robbed Elvis and the Rangers. No runs a hit, nobody left. On to the 7th we go. The Twins won, the Rangers nothing on Fox Sports Southwest.
Let your imagining soar with me to a magnanimously magnificent mashup deeply ingrained in our brain's pleasure center. The simple joy of sublimity, where a decidedly delicious any size icy cold Coca-Cola soft drink or sweet tea is just $1.
Bankruptcy can stop the repossession of your car. Additionally, you may be able to buy the car back for what it's worth and not what you owe, saving you thousands of dollars.
My father started this firm back in 1969, and Carrie and I have over 43 years of legal experience in bankruptcy. We've helped thousands of families get out of debt. Call us, see the difference.
2012 MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday on Fox.
Texas Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Geico Insurance. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. And by the all-new Mazda CX-5 with 35 highway MPG. Now Tanner Shepard's out to face Trevor Plouffe to start things off in the 7th inning. Twins leading 1-0, and Shepard's first pitch is off the outside corner. Plouffe 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and grounded to second base. Both those at bats against Oswald, and he bangs one to center field. That's in there for a leadoff single. And Plouffe, like his teammate Justin Morneau, extending his hitting streak to 10 straight ball games. Well, you know, the guys in the truck picked the 5 stories they wanted to talk about before the ball game, and we talked about them. They were all very valid, very well thought out. How about the fans? 43,268 on hand tonight. Even not a sellout, but Rangers have had 27 sellouts already, and almost to 2 million fans prior to the All-Star break. That's incredible.
Only the Phillies have drawn more.
Napoli throwing to Kinsler on the run, and they just do get Brian Dozier.
Boy, Ian just barely got to first base, too.
So the sacrifice by Dozier goes 2-4. And watch Kinsler a little bit late on the break. Good play by Napoli to get the ball to a moving Ian Kinsler for the out.
Hey, Ian was over in double play depth, and he got his foot there touching the base just in time.
The one out now with Plouffe at second base, and Jamie Carroll, the number 9 man, is at the plate. And ball 1 is outside. You're going back to the fans again. Second only to Philadelphia in total attendance and average in all of baseball. That is tremendous. My hat is off to every fan who has come out to support the Rangers and who will come out. You've done a great job, and every time we talk to the players, they tell at least one time how important it is to have these big houses out here watching and supporting the ball club at Rangers Ballpark. It's just been amazing. Jeffers with a 1-1 pitch. And sharp breaking ball is low and outside, and the count moves to 2-1. Robbie Ross, the left-hander. Loosening is the Twins have 3 left-handers right at the top of their order, and Carroll is the number 9 man in Ron Gardenhire's lineup tonight. 2-1 pitch, that's wide. The count goes to 3 balls and a strike. So undoubtedly this will be Tanner Shepard's last hitter with all those left-handers coming up. Trevor Plouffe, the runner, at second. Jamie Carroll at the plate, has the advantage in the count at 3-1. Been a much better hitter, as those numbers tell you, with runners in scoring position. Low and outside, ball 4. That puts 2 runners aboard, and the top of the order coming up, and Ron Washington wanting to find out if Robbie Ross is ready, and apparently he got the affirmative answer, so he's going out to the mound, and that will do it for Tanner Shepard. He wants the left-hander, and Shepard will leave with property at first and second. Plouffe, the runner, at second. Carroll, the runner, at first. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Rangers trailing 1-0, and Ron Washington would like to keep it right there. Robbie Ross coming in. We'll be right back to tell you about him on Fox Sports Southwest.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
The Hyundai Genesis. In a new, faster acting formula. Zero to 60 in less time than a Porsche Panamera S. The 429 horsepower Genesis R-Spec from Hyundai.
I've been involved in baseball for over 40 years. In this game, you have to be ready for everything. When the game is on the line, a good relief pitcher can save the day. And in life, when the unexpected happens, you can always turn to Ace Cash Express.
They have short-term loans that can provide you with relief. Drop by Ace Cash Express and be on your way with cash in minutes. Ace Cash Express, earning your trust since 1968.
Rangers, Mariners, Saturday at 7:30 on Fox Sports Southwest.
Still 1-0 Minnesota as we are in the top of the 7th. Robbie Ross on for the Rangers, and he will be enjoying the break after leading the American League in, as far as relievers are concerned, that is, in innings pitched with 46 2/3 innings logged so far. Here's what he had to say about the upcoming All-Star break.
We're gonna stay here and try to just go to the lake, maybe, get some things done around the house and just have a good time here. We're gonna go home, but we saw my family in Chicago, so we would just spend time with them. But if we went home, it would have been like a tug of war between going to my parents' house, her parents' house. So we just decided we'd stay here and enjoy it.
The rookie learning very early how to handle things as far as the break is concerned. You could make the case that he was deserving to be an all-star. Obviously, the Rangers very well represented, and Robbie's going to take advantage of the time off, guys.
All right, and thank you. Well, Robbie facing Denard Span to start things off. And the numbers on Robbie.
Yeah, I think when you look at the innings and you project it over a season and you get somewhere around 85 to 90 innings, that's a lot of innings for a reliever. So he's been durable, and he's not just a one-inning guy or a lefty specialist. He can come in and pitch as long as you want him to. Groomed as a starter, may yet be a starter down the road. What a valuable guy he's been for Ron Washington, though. You can use him anywhere he wants, really.
0-1 pitch, broken bat looper to left, going out is Andrus, and makes the catch in front of David Murphy. And there's one of those cases, Tom, you've talked about it a lot. The infielder has to go out and take the ball until he's called off, and Elvis stayed right with it, and Murph didn't have to call him off.
Yeah, as an infielder, you just can't assume that an outfielder is going to get a great jump or that he's going to be able to get to a ball, so you have to go after it. That was just a little blooper hit off the end of the bat. And, if Elvis isn't there, David might be able to come in and get it, but David can't call for that ball because he's not sure most of the way whether or not he's going to be able to get to it. Not many teams have 3 left-hand hitters starting off their lineup.
Right.
But these 3 left-hand hitters hit lefties well, so it's not a problem for Ron Gardenhire.
And Ben Revere takes an off-speed pitch that finds the strike zone. Now, Mike Napoli might have been crossed up by that. He's going to go out and have a talk with Robbie Ross.
Revere's a .400 hitter against lefties. Big breaking ball there.
Yeah, Napolis crossed up. Set that target inside. You wouldn't set a target inside if you wanted a breaking ball. So I think got that straightened out. Knapp goes out and has his hey rookie talk with Robbie Ross. There's a fastball that's just inside. A ball and a strike to Ben Revere. Revere 0 for 3 tonight. Lined out, grounded out, and struck out. Two and one. All of these at bats so far for Revere had been against Roy Oswalt. Oswalt, by the way, went 5 2/3. Gave up 5 hits. He was charged with 1 run. It was earned. A couple of walks and 3 strikeouts. Tanner Shepard began this inning by giving up a base hit to Plouffe and a 1-out walk to Carroll. Those were the runners you saw. As Robbie Ross misses low and outside, the count has gone to 3 balls and a strike.
They've got a man in scoring position, so you have to pitch carefully. Revere's a good hitter. He's hitting .404 against lefties, but got Joe Mauer up next, so take your chances with Revere.
Hard hit ball, but right to Ian Kinsler. He stays with it nicely and fires on to Young. Good job by Ross and by the Ranger defense. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Stretch time. It's a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Twins. Now let's join Chuck Morgan as he introduces God Bless America to the fans.
Both at home and around the world. Tonight we invite you to join in singing God Bless America with Molly Corbett. Molly is with her husband, Technical Sergeant Charles Corbett of the United States Air Force.
God bless America.
land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
The crossover. We have the technology to rebuild it. SkyActiv technology makes it better than it was before. With the best highway MPG of any SUV, even hybrids. The all-new Mazda CX-5 will be that crossover. Better, stronger, smarter. We build Mazdas. What do you drive?
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Don't miss Red Lobster's 4-course seafood feast, just $14.99. Start with soup, salad, and Cheddar Bay biscuits. Then choose one of 7 entrees, plus dessert. 4 perfect courses, just $14.99. Come into Red Lobster and see food differently.
One of the funnest parts of playing baseball is diving around and getting dirty.
I agree.
First thing when you get home, do they make you take a bath?
No, not anymore.
Lucky.
See the Rangers and White Sox July 27th through 29th.
Hey, Rangers fans, Chevy is proud to present a new show called Chevy Hometown Kids. It's not about the score, it's about the experience. So tune in each Saturday at 10 a.m. right here on Fox Sports Southwest, or visit www.hometownkidstv or hometownkids.tv for more information. Cole DeVries going to work, and Josh Hamilton sends a drive to deep right field, but it's not carrying well enough as Revere, back on the warning track, makes the catch. And Hamilton on a slow breaking ball sent it about 360 feet to right field, but not on the best part of the bat for Josh, and that's out number 1.
Well, the second time Josh has come close, just missed it. A little bit out in front of this, got underneath one the last time up in the 4th inning, and flied out to the warning track in center field. Not that far from hitting that one well up into the upper deck.
A one away. Here's Adrian Beltre, who is 0 for 1. He's flied out and walked, and he takes a strike. Beltre, as you note, that .327 average. One ball, one strike. Cole DeVries, by the way, has extended his personal best at the major league level as far as innings pitched. His previous best had been 6 innings. The longest outing, that was back on June 30th against Kansas City. And tonight, he has now gone 6 1/3. 2-1, the count to Beltre. Twins leading 1-0. They have out hit the Rangers 6-3 tonight. Ground ball off the end of the bat right back to DeVries. Easy play for the 27-year-old right-hander. And Beltre is out number 2. The Bucs don't miss the biggest event of the summer as baseball's greatest stars battle for home field advantage in the Fall Classic. The road to the World Series begins with the 2012 MLB All-Star Game. It's Tuesday at 6:30 Central on Fox. And Nelly Cruz steps in now 0 for 2 tonight. A fly ball to right and a ground ball to third. Boy, DeVries has been a tough customer to handle for the Rangers tonight. This is with ball 1. Pretty good assortment of off-speed stuff. Again, doesn't throw that hard. He's topped out about 91 miles an hour with the fastball, but pretty good control. And some of the swings the Rangers have had look like it might be a little tough for the hitters to pick the ball up coming out of his hand. Casey Fiend, the right-hander, getting loose in the bullpen out there in left center field for the Twins.
I think you have to give DeVries a lot of credit for the game he's throwing. At the same time, I think you also have to say he's catching the Rangers at the right time too. Just as a team, they're not swinging the bats the way they're capable of. They've had some pitches to hit. Just haven't done much with them.
Yep. As they say, timing is everything.
Yeah.
When you pitch against a club.
And he's throwing the ball well. He's keeping the fastball in pretty good location. He's got a good curveball. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but at the same time, for most of the year, this is the best offensive team in baseball. They're not going to get shut out on 3 hits by anybody.
2-2 the count to Cruz. And that's out of play to the right. And action out in the right center field bullpen. Mike Adams getting loose for Ron Washington's club. Nelly hitting out of that familiar wide open stance. Those hands high above the right shoulder. And the 2-2 again. Breaking ball hit right down the first baseline and just goes foul between Gary Pettis and the first base bag. Nelly jammed himself on a breaking ball.
I think he thought that pitch was going to be a ball. Then all of a sudden it broke fairly sharply. And he said, whoop, I better swing. Make sure it's not a called strike. So he hung in there, spoiled the pitch. Gets another shot at him. Looked like it was going to drop down in there for a strike.
Ooh, he had a good rip at that fastball and fouled it back. Well, the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. If that pitch is down about 6 inches or so, that's where Cruz really gets that good extension. He already battled DeVries here with an 8-pitch at bat. See if Nelly can come out on top. Breaking ball got him swinging. Pulled the string on it at 73 miles an hour, and DeVries is through 7 innings. A 1-2-3 7th sends the Rangers out. On to the 8th we go. Twins 1, Rangers nothing on Fox Sports Southwest.
Imagine winning something really cool. Better. No, imagine winning a ride with Mario Andretti. No, in a car. In a race car. And he's driving you somewhere exciting. More exciting. Like starting an IZOD IndyCar Series race with Mario Andretti exciting. Now imagine you won that by visiting a website. But Mario's not there anymore. Go to shophonda.com to enter and check out the Civic, an official vehicle of IndyCar.
Okay, so you're no marathon man, but thanks to the HTC One X from AT&T with its built-in Beats audio, every note sounds amazingly clear, making it easy to get lost in the music. And, well,
Rio Vista.
Lost.
Introducing the musically enhanced HTC One X from AT&T.
Rethink possible.
Hey, Jeff, were you holding a Papa John's pizza and a Pepsi Max the whole time?
Yep.
What's your secret?
Do I ask you how to make better pizza?
Now, get a large 2-topping pizza for just $10. Or make it any large for just $2 more. Earn free pizza fast with Papa Rewards and max it now when you add a Pepsi Max.
Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Well, folks, don't forget now you can follow the Rangers with MLB.tv at Bat12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit TexasRangers.com for details. Mike Adams on to pitch the 8th inning. Rangers trailing 1-0. Mike Adams trying to keep that deficit right there and give the ball club another shot at catching or going ahead of the Twins. See the numbers on Mike Adams. Busy season for the man from Sinton, Texas. Joe Mauer to start things off. Then Josh Willingham and Justin Morneau. Mauer 2 for 3 tonight, now hitting at .330. And the first pitch from Adams is outside for ball 1. Ford leaderboard showing you the leaders in career average. Now this is just active players. Albert Pujols leading everybody, but only 1 tick behind him is Joe Mauer. And that would surprise a lot of folks that Mauer is ahead of Ichiro. And Todd Helton, Miguel Cabrera. And the pitch outside is 2-0 Adam Mauer. Mauer has had no success in his career against Mike Adams. And Mike trying to keep it that way right here. You need to get that leadoff man in this inning if at all possible. .2-0 pitch. And that's right down through there. Mike Adams with the opponent's batting average of .265, and he said that's probably a little higher than it should be, considering last year was down in the 140s at the time that he was acquired from San Diego. Pitch foul back, and it's 2-2. But the guys coming over now from the National League to the American League are starting to acknowledge pretty quickly that hitting in the American League is a little more advanced. A few more good hitters in the American League, and that may be an understatement.
And no pitcher to face either.
Right.
Late inning relievers don't usually face a pitcher, so it's not quite as pertinent for Adams as it is for starting pitchers, but you hear almost every starting pitcher mention that.
It's out of play. Oh yeah, it cost them. They figure it cost them 2 strikeouts a game.
Yeah,
you know, on average. But
you're facing probably, I don't know what the average DH hits. Let's say it's 275 as opposed to 140.
Yeah. And if you're a late inning guy, you're probably facing a couple of pinch hitters, or 1 or 2 pinch hitters coming off the bench, and typically they don't hit average-wise as well as everyday players.
No.
Again, the 2-2, way inside that cutter, really working its way down and in to Mauer, and the count goes full now. Mauer trying to lead off and to get aboard for the Twins. Josh Willingham, the cleanup hitter, will be next. Well, I think you look at the top 4 or 5 lineups in the American League as opposed to the top 4 or 5 in the National League, and there really isn't much comparison. Payoff pitch, loop to left field. Murphy in a hurry. He slides and makes the catch. Back-to-back evenings, almost identical plays by David Murphy. Both of them classic.
Yeah, he's going to have to get a good jump to catch this ball. Kind of a slicing, sinking line drive. He gets a pretty good jump, concentrates all the way, Takes it right off the ground. Takes a hit away from Mauer.
Boy, great camera work, guys. That is fun to watch that. So 1 away, and here's Josh Willingham, who is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. Willingham, all 3 of his plate appearances had been against Roy Oswalt. The only time Roy got him out was to end the first inning, a fielder's choice ground out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adams okays the sign from Napoli. Big swing and a miss by Willingham. Adams ready to work to him. And the 1-2 pitch. Kind of a defensive swing. Just poked it into foul territory. That's going to get back into the seats. And the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. So Adams back trying to figure out something to get Josh Willingham for the second out. Willingham spent most of his career prior to last year, all of it prior to last year, in the National League. Came up originally with the Marlins and spent time there, and then with the Nationals. Chopper to third. Tough play for Beltre. Handled it very well and gets the out at first. Boy, Adrian, that's about as much trouble as you ever see him have with a ground ball, and that was an in-between hop that he had no choice but to try and play, and he did it.
He plays him off to the side, and he can play any hop. How many guys can play third base the way he can? Most players would kind of come in on that ball, catch it on a short hop in front of him. He stays back, watches the hop. Looks easy when you see it in slow motion, but in regular motion, that was a tough play. He's got the strong, accurate arm to finish off the play.
Well, I gain more appreciation in him every time I see him play. He's something. Here's Morneau, who is 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI. Drove in the only run of the game last time up. And a little fisted roller down to Michael Young. That'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Mike Adams. Twins are gone, and the Rangers coming up in the bottom of the 8th, trailing 1-0 on Fox Sports Southwest.
I'm Emily Ruppert, reminding you to watch Chevy Hometown Kids, where today's beginners are tomorrow's experts. Watch every Saturday at 10 and check us out at hometownkids.tv.
Just keeps getting better.
Swung on and belted. Deep left field. It is history. The Texas Rangers win the pennant.
See the Rangers and Red Sox July 23rd through 25th.
The 2012 Tundra with an available 381 horsepower 5.7-liter V8 engine that can tow over 10,000 pounds and oversized disc brakes. It's the truck that's as dependable as the people who drive them.
Nice truck. Nice boat.
Get 0% APR for 60 months plus $2,000 special edition cash on the most dependable large pickup 7 years in a row. See your local Toyota dealer.
Let's go. Come on. Hurry up.
Before you take it on your road trip, we take it on ours. This summer, put your family in an exceptionally engineered Mercedes-Benz. Now for an exceptional price during the summer event. But hurry.
This offer ends July 31st.
Rangers, Mariners, Saturday at 7:30 on Fox Sports Southwest.
Back at the ballpark in Arlington, we head to the bottom of the 8th. Rangers trail the Twins 1-0. Buzz, time for the progressive fan of the game. It has to be this guy, decked out in this little outfit all game long, even sustained the rain delay. What do you call yourself?
Ranger America.
Ranger America. There we go. All right, well, good to have you. You a little excited or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well,
yeah.
It seems like you're real excited.
Yeah, we're going to get out of this hitting slump. We're going to move past this. We're going to get through this game, get a W on the board, and then move it on to the World Series.
There we go. All right, Ranger America, thanks for coming tonight. Here's the bag. Enjoy it. Let's see what happens this half inning. Thanks, big guy.
Thanks,
All right, Doxy. Well, you can come up with them. I like that. It's always something for Jim Knox. Casey Fiend is the new pitcher, and he will face Young, Murphy, and Napoli. Right-hander follows the great start of Cole DeVries, who worked 7 shutout innings, longest outing in his major league career. Now it's Casey Fiend. Fiend's a 28-year-old. Swing and a miss by Young to even the count. Fiend at from Santa Rosa, California, is Casey Fiend. Pretty good fastball at 94, but Young takes it. It's outside, and the count moves to 2-1. Fiend goes 6'2", listed about 205 pounds. The good arm out of that Twins bullpen. Michael fouls that pitch straight back and out of play. And the count is even at 2-2. Young, as you saw, 1 out of 2 tonight, although has hit the ball sharply both times. Lined to right field his first time up, and last time up had a leadoff single, but he was erased on a strike him out, throw him out double play with Mike Napoli at the plate. And that's out of play to the right. Fiend signed as a free agent with the Twins in the offseason. Actually, it was this January. Started the year at Rochester and appeared in 33 ball games down there. He was their closer. He had 9 saves and 12 opportunities. He was called up just a few days ago, July 4th to be exact. And now the right-hander facing Michael Young. And Young laces one down the right field line. Revere in a hurry, and the ball is just foul. Revere couldn't get there, and the ball just landing beyond the chalk.
If that was a fair ball, he probably would have caught it. Covers a lot of ground out there. Yeah, that ball was fair. He would have caught it.
Well, you put Revere in right field and Span in center, you're not going to have a whole lot of balls falling in from left center around to the line and right. But still 2-2 to Young. And this one popped up. Foul territory. Morneau right at the railing of the Ranger dugout, and it's back about halfway in the opening. And on Washington giving Ryan Doman a little shot in the back. Say, go on, get out of here. Much was. Just give him a little tap. Yep. Fiend reading the signs from Domet. And misses low and outside. The count has gone full to Young. So Michael trying to get aboard to start this 8th inning for the Rangers. He'll be followed by the Ranger left fielder David Murphy. Rangers with just 3 hits tonight. They're trying to put something together late. Looping drive to center field. In a hurry is Span. He can't get there. And Michael Young with his second base hit, his second straight leadoff at bat. And after 9-pitch tussle with Casey Fiend, Michael Young is aboard, and the Rangers have the go-ahead run coming to the plate. Well, it's time now for the AT&T U-verse reverse replay. How about David Murphy and a little deja vu? This was last night with Eric Holland on the mound, a great running catch falling to the turf, and tonight with Joe Mauer. An even better play by David Murphy. He's got that down. He better work on something else. Murphy swings, drives one to right field. Going back is Revere. He is at the wall to make the catch.
Well, I thought he got that one.
I did too.
Generally, when a player hits the ball well to right field and gets it up in the air, it goes out. I'm not sure how well David hit that ball. It looked like he hit it well enough to get out of here. I'm not sure if the wind blew that back. The wind is blowing in a little bit from right field, and it was hit high. Well, maybe the wind did knock it down. Sure looked good coming off the bat, though. I think David thought he hit it well enough.
Yeah, it looked like the way he was eyeballing that, he thought it had a chance to get out. And his reaction would tell you, yep.
He hit that ball. He hit that ball. Maybe not as well as he can. Well enough to get out of here,
though. So one away. Here's Napoli. And Knapp going after something above shoulder high. It's 0-1.
You know, earlier in the game, the ball that Morneau hit to right field looked like it got knocked down too.
Yeah, the one that Cruz made the great play on.
Yeah, that looked like it was hit well enough to get out of here.
Young at first. Twice now, once in the 5th and once here in the 8th. Young has led off with a single. And the Rangers have not been able to advance him. We'll see if Napoli can get it done this time. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, we've got some action going out of the left field bullpen. And some double-barreled action, and Burnett and Dunsing. Dunsing the left-hander. The 1-1 pitch. Knee-high strike.
Well, everything that Fiend has thrown has been hard. Mostly fastballs. Do either a cutter or a slider, upper 80s. And if you're a hitter, at least based on what you've seen so far, you've got to gear up to hit his fastball. It's going to be something hard.
Right-hander sets for the 1-2 pitch. That's very high, and the count is even. I think Mike Napoli would like to have that pitch 2 pitches ago back, the one he took about knee-high.
Yeah, that's a pitch we've seen Knapp drive.
Doesn't that happen, though, when you're in a slump? You swing at pitches that you shouldn't or you normally wouldn't, and take good ones?
Kind of caught in between.
Yeah.
Indecisive. And no matter who the hitter is, you're a little bit of lacking in confidence. You're just not feeling good at the plate.
Napoli pops one up. This might stay in play for Morneau. Right next to the Ranger dugout, he makes the catch. And Napoli is fouled out. Young staying at first. There are now 2 away with Craig Gentry coming up. And as Craig Gentry comes to the plate, let's head up to the Captain Morgan Club where Dana Larson is. Dana?
Buzz, quick reminder for you, Rangers Live coming up after the game. We'll get the players and Ron Washington's reaction to this game, as well as that incredible clap of thunder that cleared the field. Can't wait to hear what they had to say about that. Also, some major fireworks by a Rangers prospect at the Futures game. We'll show you that. How did the Angels finish the second half? We'll update the division standings. All that and much more coming up. Join me and Matt Mosley for the post-game festivities in just a bit, guys.
All right, Dana, thank you. A little toss to first by Fiend, and back is Michael Young. Craig Gentry 0 for 2 tonight. So the way he's going, that would make him overdue. And batting average down to .338, but well, he has been on fire this last couple of months.
Well, his last time up, he hit a ball, one of the harder hit balls today, to the left center field. Line drive that Span ran down near the warning track.
How about in his last month of ball games? .413 the average for Craig Gentry. The Rangers could use him here. They need for him to find a hole. Trailing 1-0. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Fein will go first base way to drive Young back. Fein okays the sign. And the 0-1 is a high fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Craig Gentry, as Ron Gardenhire takes a little walk down the Twins dugout. And Craig Gentry has earned more playing time against right-handers. You remember when Leonys Martin was brought up around Washington and said, well, Leonys is going to play when he's up here against right-handed pitching, and took a little bit of time away from Gentry. But since then, Martin has fallen on a little bit of a hard time, and Gentry has continued to sting the ball well, right-handed or left-handed. Swing and a miss there on a hard breaking ball. It's 1-2. And Gentry out doing a little soul searching. Trying to keep this inning going for the Rangers. Young, the runner at first base. The 1-2 pitch. Look out. Up and in. It spins Craig Gentry out of the way and evens the count at 2-2. Well, Craig Gentry has the 4th best average in the American League at 277 with 2 strikes. And one of the reasons is he looks away all the time when he gets 2 strikes. Very defensive look, and it almost made it impossible for him to spin out of the way of that high tight fastball. 2-2 pitch hit in the air to center field. Not going very deep. Backing up Span a couple of steps, makes the catch, and the side retired. Again, the leadoff Young single to no avail. And we'll go to the 9th inning from Rangers Ballpark as the Twins 1, the Rangers 0 on Fox Sports Southwest.
Ron Washington here for Metro PCS. Speed is good in baseball. Yes, speed is really good in wireless. Metro PCS has 4G LTE blazing fast wireless for about half the price of the big guys. Another thing I like, beating up on the big guys. You can download videos, stream music. Heck, you can stream our games with 4G LTE from Metro PCS. And you never sign a contract. That would never work in baseball. 4G LTE, it's why everybody's moving to Metro.
You'll hear folks around Texas use words like tough, dependable, innovative when they describe Ford F-Series trucks. Oh, and if you're talking to a Texas auto writer, you might hear these words: Truck of Texas. You see, during the 2012 Truck Rodeo, Ford F-Series took top honors over Chevy and Dodge, proving that Ford is the best in Texas.
Mine was earned off Vietnam in 1968.
Over the South Pacific in 1943.
I got mine in Iraq 2003.
USAA auto insurance is often handed down from generation to generation.
Ryan Doumit on the count of 1 ball and no strikes. The first Twin to face Joe Nathan, who drops that curve onto the outside corner for strike 1. Doumit, a 2nd inning single, and that has struck out and grounded into a double play. And pulls this one to the right side. Kinsler in shallow right field knocks it down, but that's all he can do with it. If he comes up with it cleanly, probably has a play on Doumit. But Ian just couldn't quite get that to stay in his glove. That's going to be a base hit for Ryan Doumit, a leadoff single here in the 9th inning. So 1 on, nobody out. Trevor Plouffe is the hitter. Plouffe extended his hitting streak with a 7th inning single to 10 consecutive ball games. Both he and Justin Morneau have reached the double-digit consecutive game streaks. And a big swing and a strike on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Joe Nathan. Interesting power numbers for Plouffe. 19 home runs and 36 RBI. That's not a whole lot of extra men on base when he hits home runs. Swinging strike, it's 0-2 as Nathan continuing to pound that fastball up to Plouffe. Joe, for the first time in 3 years last night, worked more than one inning. And the 0-2 pitch. Just inside. Plouffe had an idea that he probably should swing, checked his swing, and it was just off the plate. Last night for Joe Nathan, 38 pitches in that outing. As we mentioned, gathered him the win, and no walks, as is his custom. A couple of punch outs. And Plouffe just able to get a piece of that fastball. Both the strikeouts that Nathan had were to end the 2 innings. And they both had, both times they had men on third base with 2 outs when he got those strikeouts. So those were not just any ordinary strikeouts. They came at important moments. One and 2 the count. Line drive, base hit to left field as Plouffe reached out and got that, looked like a slider from Nathan out away from him, and was able to poke it into left field. Back-to-back singles open up the 9th inning against Nathan, and it'll bring up Brian Dozier. And before Dozier steps in against Nathan, let's head on down to Emily Jones again. Em.
Well, it will be a full plane flight to Kansas City as the Rangers' 8 All-Stars, their families, of course, the entire coaching staff, their families, and Jeff Irwin, our photojournalist, and myself will be joining them. We'll bring you Rangers Insider next week from Kansas City. We'll have all the behind-the-scenes stuff with all 8 of the Texas Rangers All-Stars, as well as the All-Star coaching staff. Gentlemen, my maiden voyage to the All-Star game. Looking forward to it. And actually, the Rangers extending a bit of courtesy to Joe Mauer. They will give him a ride to KC tonight after the game as well.
Well, good. Yeah, make sure you get some barbecue up there, Emily.
That's what I hear, Buzz.
Yeah.
I was hoping you could pass along a list of a couple restaurants I need to hit up where I can drop your name and get some really good service.
If you drop my name, they won't serve you.
I don't believe that.
Rangers up looking for the bunt. It's down, and on the third base side, Nathan has only one play. He goes to first and throws it wildly by Kinsler down the right field line. Domit scores. Being held up at third is Plouffe. And on the sacrifice and throwing error by Nathan, the Twins take a 2-0 lead, and they have runners at second and third, and still nobody out.
I think Joe actually had a play at third base. The Rangers had the wheel play on. Elvis was getting to third base, probably in time to beat Domit. See Elvis going over toward third. The ball comes back to Nathan. If he wheels and throws to third, they've got the play at third base. That's why the play was on. And Joe threw wild to first base.
So that will be a sacrifice for Dozier. An error on the throw. And the error will allow the run to score. And Mike Maddox out very quickly to the mound to take a little time as the action begins in the Ranger bullpen. Again, Joe Nathan with 38 pitches last night. And he's run into a little bit of a problem here, and part of it his own doing. Michael Kirkman loosening in a hurry in the Ranger bullpen. So with nobody out, runners at second and third, the Rangers pull their infield all the way in, and Jamie Carroll is the hitter. 2-0 Minnesota. Carroll 0 for 2 tonight with a walk, and he takes strike one from Joe Nathan.
You don't see the wheel play used a lot, and when it is, very seldom does it work. But that was one time when it looked like it was set up and looked like it would have worked.
Foul tip, and Nathan has the 0-2 count in his favor. Yeah, that
Elvis actually disguised it very well.
Right.
If you break too soon, then you alert the hitter not to bunt. And if you can handle the bat, all you've got to do is put the ball in play up the middle, and you've got a base hit because there's no one there. But Elvis waited so that the hitter really didn't know the wheel play was on before he broke to third. It actually executed perfectly. All they needed to do was make the throw.
No balls, 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Well, Joe Nathan gets a big strikeout of Jamie Carroll. That is the first out of the inning. And the Rangers will keep their infield in. Looked like a high slider that Joe Nathan got away with. Carroll swung right through it. Denard Span, the hitter. Span tonight 0 for 4. He has popped out twice, flied to right, and grounded to second base. Bloof, the runner at third. Brian Dozier, the runner at second. Ball 1 is low and inside. So Joe Nathan, after the throwing error, got a big strikeout of Carroll, now trying to extricate himself and the Rangers from this inning without any further damage. And misses badly up and away. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Now you could walk Span here to load the bases and set up a force. Pretty tough though with the guy on deck, Ben Revere, to double him up. And if you got the ground ball and didn't turn the double play, then you'd have to face Mauer. So 2 balls, no strikes to count. And a breaking ball misses low and inside. It's 3-0. Yeah, Nathan and Napoli once they fell behind, being a little bit careful to Span. The 3-0 pitch. Swung on, hit well to right field. Going back is Cruz. He's at the track and makes the catch up against the padding. Tagging at third and scoring is Bloof. Tagging at second and moving up is Dozier. And on a 3-0 swing, Denard Span gets a sacrifice fly and makes it 3-0 Twins.
Another ball that looked like it might have a chance. Just kind of hangs up there. Nelly runs underneath it. It looks like there might have been 3 balls tonight that on some nights were hit well enough to get out of here.
Yeah, that's going to do it for Joe Nathan. Ron Washington said, okay, 16 pitches after throwing 38 last night, and that's enough for you, Joe. So he will leave after giving up a couple of runs in the inning, and Michael Kirkman will come on and see if he can't get the final out here in the 9th. Give the Rangers a chance to get something going in the bottom of the 9th. Kirkman coming on, 3-0 Minnesota on Fox Sports Southwest.
You still think you colder than me.
Keep it a 3-run ball game. Numbers on Michael Kirkman. Left-hander's first pitch to Ben Revere is high and outside for ball 1. So Michael, this is his 7th appearance of the year. And a kind of a feeble swing as Revere thought about stopping his swing and couldn't do it. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Revere 2 ground outs, a line out, and a strikeout tonight. And a little nubber at the plate. That runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. And Michael Kirkman coming in firing strikes tonight. And when he has done that, he has been extremely successful at any level he's been at, whether it be AAA or the big leagues this year. When he has had command problems, that's usually led to the rough outings for him. The 1-2 pitch. Just off that outside corner. Michael studying the signs from Napoli, and the left-hander's ready to work. And misses low and outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And you don't want to walk Revere. You have a very dangerous hitter in the on-deck circle in Joe Mauer. And you don't want to let this get any further along than what it is. 3-0 Twins right now, and you saw the runner at third with 2 outs. Sky to center field. Play for Craig Gentry as he backs up a few steps. That will do it. So Kirkman gets the job done. Couple of runs on 2 hits. There was a big error and 1 left. The top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 9th. The Rangers need 3 to tie and 4 to walk it off.
On a home run by Josh Hamilton. Going to take a big inning against him now, down 3-0.
Kinsler tonight 2 for 3 and takes strike 2 as Perkins able to nail down that low inside corner.
Well, Perkins has a good arm. His fastball reaches the mid-90s.
And Kinsler said, no, you're not coming back in there again. And he turned on that and rifled it foul off the facing of the commissioner's box down there. Count remains 0-2. Top of the Ranger order trying to get something going here in the 9th inning. Kinsler fights one off the other way. Elvis will be next. Rangers need those 2 guys on in front of Josh Hamilton to see if they can get the tying run to home plate. Again, the 0-2 from Perkins. Sharply hit ground ball. Muffed by Dozier. He picks it up, throws high, and into the Ranger dugout or into the photographer bay. Either way, it's an extra base for Kinsler. Now, that's going to be an error all the way on Brian Dozier.
Yeah, it's almost 2 errors.
Yeah.
One error to boot it to get him to first, and the other error threw it over first to let him get to second. Getting to second's not that big a deal, but it does take away a double play possibility. So that is positive. Looked like a pretty routine ground ball, kind of a skimmer. Hit it pretty hard. Dozier still has somewhat of a chance after he fields it, if he throws it accurately. Well, it's a good start for the Rangers. Got a break.
And that may be that is the first of anything you classify as a break tonight. And it makes those rally hats come to life.
They've got home run hitters coming up. You just need to get a couple of men on so that a home run could tie the game.
The 0-1 pitch. That's all the way to the backstop. Nobit gets the carom right back to him, but he has no play as Kinsler goes on down to third on the wild pitch.
Yeah, the Twins aren't too worried about that run. They're just worried about the hitter.
He got right through the 5-hole. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Twins obviously going to play the infield back. Ground ball to the right side will get the run home as Kinsler trots down the line and scores. And Elvis, the RBI ground out, makes it a 3-1 Twins lead, but one gone now, and Josh Hamilton coming up with the bases empty. Well, Elvis drives in his 35th of the year. Hamilton steps to the plate 0 for 3 tonight. He's flied out pretty deeply to both right and center. And a swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch by Perkins. Adrian Beltre hoping to be the potential tying run in this game, but he has to get Josh on base first. And Hamilton down in the count 0-2. Perkins being pretty rough on left-handers. Fastball, and that's fouled away. That's a pretty good spread. A couple of 82 or 83 mile an hour breaking balls, and you come up with a 95 mile an hour fastball. And then little tough even for Hamilton, who's a great fastball hitter, to tune it up that fast. Again, the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Third base side. Plouffe and Dozier. And as Plouffe into foul territory makes the catch. And that is out number 2. And Adrian Beltre charged with keeping this inning going. Beltre 0 for 2 tonight. Walked in the first, since then has flied out and tapped back to the mound. Ball 1. Perkins set. 1-0. Looped into left center field. That's going to fall for a base hit.
That's all you can hope for. Bring up the tying run.
Beltre does his job. He gets aboard with his first hit of the night. And that means Nelly Cruz is coming up as the tying run. And last night in the 10th inning with Beltre aboard, a missile down the left field line that Willingham couldn't cut off, and Beltre scored all the way from first. The Rangers walked it off in 10 innings. And Cruz 0 for 3 against Perkins, and he goes after an off-speed pitch, and no success there. It's 0-1. Rangers need Nelly to get aboard to bring up the winning run here in the 9th inning. And the pitch fouled off to the right, and the Rangers now down to their last strike. Perkins with 4 saves this year. Gave up the 2-out single to Beltre. And he has an 0-2 count on Nelly Cruz. Dad's got the rally hat on. The 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Ron Gardenhire watching his ball club and trail by 11 games in the American League Central. The 1-2 pitch. Cruz just gets a piece of that breaking ball and stays alive. Perkins about ready to throw his 19th pitch of the inning. Beltre establishing his lead at first. It's a modest one. And Cruz lines one to right field. That's slicing away from Revere. It's one hopping off the wall. Being held up at third is Beltre. Into second with a 2-out double is Nelly Cruz. And the Rangers do indeed have the winning run coming to the plate in Michael Young.
Yeah, now all it takes is a single. Hoping to get the tying run on at the plate for a home run. Now with a double, you got the tying run at second base. All it takes is a single. Good job by Nelly, too. He's down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Laid off a slider, fouled the slider off, then went the other way with a mid-90s fastball.
Nelly Cruz safe at second. Safe and secure. It's New York life. Rick Anderson out to have a chat with Glenn Perkins and the entire Twins infield. And Ranger fans, I'm not sure I've seen that rally hat before, the one where just the Bills peeking out of the t-shirt, but that's all right. If it's working, it's working. I don't care what it looks like.
Innovation.
Yeah.
Usually starts with the youth. Probably did it on their youth league team.
All right, Michael stepping in. Young 3 out of 11 in his career against Perkins. Oh, he had a good pitch to work with out away from him. A good fastball, and he fouled it straight back.
Could see that ball going into right center field next pitch. That was right in his wheelhouse.
Yep.
Michael's a great high fastball hitter. Yeah, he had a good fastball and a high fastball to hit right there.
Well, Young 2 out of 3 tonight. That's fouled away, and again, the Rangers down to their final strike. It's 0-2 on Young. Ron Washington hoping that Nelly Cruz will score right behind Adrian Beltre on this Michael Young hit. Ron Gardenhire going to the Tums. Needs a little help with that acid reflex. Breaking ball, line to right center field. It is in for a base hit. Beltre scores. Cruz scores. Young with a 2-run single. We are tied at 3.
They got ahead 0-2 with 2 fastballs, then hung him a slider. Not where he wanted to throw that pitch, and Michael missed his first chance with a high fastball. Didn't miss that chance, though. Lined it into right center field, and all the rally hats made it happen. That is not where he's trying to throw that breaking ball. Right fielder is shading Michael down a little bit toward the line and open up a hole in right center field. Big hit for Michael.
Young now at first, and Murphy lines one just foul down the first base side. Back into the first row of seats. Murphy 0 for 3 lifetime against Perkins. And Michael Young, the winning run at first base, with 2 outs here in the 9th as the Rangers come up with clutch 2-out hits from Beltre, Cruz, and Michael Young. And Murphy pops it out of play on the third base side. Now he's down 0-2.
All 3 runs are unearned runs.
Check out that Ranger dugout. Boy, scuffling for 8 innings. You know, make it 8 innings and 2 outs in the 9th.
They had 4 hits through 8 innings and 3 hits in the 9th and 3 runs to tie it.
Brian Dozier, the shortstop, who committed the error on the ground ball by Ian Kinsler. And it looked, honestly, it looked innocent enough. Dozier muffed it, then threw it away, and Kinsler eventually came around to score on the RBI ground out by Andrus. But that looked like about all the Rangers were going to be able to do. And all of a sudden, the 2-out explosion. Murphy pokes one through the right field, a base hit. Young will stop at second base as Revere got to the ball quickly. And David Murphy with his first base hit against Glenn Perkins. Another 2-strike hit with 2 outs in the 9th. And Mike Napoli coming up.
Base hit right here would be 2 incredible finishes to the last 2 ball games. And none of the fans have left. They've all stayed, being rewarded with a great bottom of the 9th right here. Nice job by David. Down in the count, slider away, Didn't look like much of a swing, but he got the good part of the bat on it and hit it hard.
You say, how do you hit a ball like that one-handed that hard?
You have to hit it on the good part of the bat, that's for sure.
Yes. So here's Mike Napoli, a base hit. Will walk it off for the Rangers. 0-1. Napoli, a pair of strikeouts and a pop foul tonight. 0 for his last 21 with runners in scoring position. He is 1 for 1 career-wise against Glenn Perkins. Napoli gets fisted by a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and he is down on the count, 0-2. Glenn Perkins, a blown save. And Mike Napoli trying to pin an L on Perkins. Popped up. Right side, Plouffe and Carroll. It'll be Jamie Carroll. Wynn was playing some tricks, but Carroll, the experienced infielder, stayed with it. And that'll do it. But the Rangers come back to tie it up. They get 3 runs on 4 hits and a very big error. Beltre, Cruz, and Young get the job done. We're going to extra frames again. It's a 3-3 game on Fox Sports South to be. So we go to the bottom of the 12th. And it will be the top of the order for the Rangers to face Anthony Swarzak. Kinsler, Andrus, and Hamilton to see if they can get this thing won in a dozen frames. And the pitch is high. Kinsler struck out the first time he faced Swarzak. That was back in the 10th inning. Ian tonight, 2 for 5. Pair of singles. He's also scored a run. Hits the ball the other way, and that's a leadoff single for Ian Kinsler.
Well, Swarzak's kind of hanging in there, but he's thrown 41 pitches, 19-42, 20 strikes, 22 balls. Hasn't been particularly sharp, and he's been hanging his slider pretty frequently.
Now here's one of those situations, Tom, like we talked about, I think it was on Friday night, about do you sacrifice here and run the risk of taking the bat out of Hamilton's hands, even though you have Beltre after that, or do you let Kinsler and Andrus work some magic?
Yeah, try a little hit and run.
Answer will be coming shortly. The bunt is on, the pitch is high, and that's ball 1. Well, at least you get an idea now of what they're doing defensively. At both cornermen, Plouffe and Morneau charged down the lines. Carroll was going to cover first base.
Now, the good thing is if they do sacrifice and walk Hamilton, you got Beltre coming up. Yep. So that's probably the good part of it. And you love seeing Beltre up in any situation.
No doubt. No doubt. Dave Anderson, the Ranger third base coach, relaying the wishes of the skipper, Ron Washington. Ian Kinsler gets him. Elvis Andrus gets him.
When you've got your good guys coming up for a manager, you can pretty much go any way you want and feel good about it. Swarzak having a hard time throwing strikes, though.
2 balls and no strikes. And there is nobody. Well, I take it back. There is one person left out in the bullpen for the Twins. Alex Burnett is out there loosening. And Swarzak again a toss to first, and again Ian back pretty handily.
Yeah, they've got a number of guys available, but not too many guys have been stirring out there, so they must eligible. Maybe they're not available. They're eligible, but they're not available. Maybe that's a better way of saying it.
The bunt around again. The bunt is down. It's a good one. Swarzak underhands to Carroll covering first. It goes 1-4 on the sacrifice. Elvis, with his second sacrifice bunt of the night, gets the winning run to second base with 1 out, and Josh Hamilton coming up.
Well, we'll see what they decide to do. They're not going to give him anything good to hit. They may try to pitch around him, throw him off-speed pitches in the dirt to see if he'll swing at him.
Yeah,
but if he lays off him, he'll probably get a walk.
Yeah, the danger you run throwing him off-speed pitches, if you bounce one, all of a sudden you put the winning run at third.
Yep.
And they're going to go ahead and intentionally walk Josh Hamilton. And that brings up an interesting situation because Adrian Beltre has really made people pay this year after the intentional walk. This year he's followed an intentional walk with a 3-run home run on 2 different occasions. And ball 4. So Hamilton will take the pass. That puts runners at first and second. 1 out. And it will not set up a Beltre-Swarzak confrontation. Instead, Ron Gardenhire wants the right-hander Alex Burnett to come on to face Beltre. So Swarzak on since the 10th inning. Goes 2 1/3 innings, and he leaves with the winning run at second base. And Alex Burnett coming on, and while this next right-hander comes on and takes his warm-up tosses, we will take a short timeout. Be right back after this on Fox Sports Southwest. Well, Adrian Beltre now will step in against the right-hander Alex Burnett. Burnett, a 24-year-old right-hander from Anaheim. He was a 12th round pick back in the 2005 draft by the Twins, and there are the numbers on Burnett. Well used this year by Minnesota. The winning run at second base, and boy, Adrian Beltre coming out of his shoes at that first Burnett offering was an off-speed pitch, and that got Ryan Doman right in the middle of the mask.
Like to have another shot at that pitch. The old hanging slider.
Beltre in his career 0 for 3 against Burnett. Ian Kinsler at second base, Josh Hamilton at first. Kinsler carrying the winning run in this game, and that pitch over the head of Beltre. Some kind of breaking ball that Ron Gardenhire says, what was that? It's an oops a moment for a pitcher, and the manager says, I don't want to hear any about oops. A ball and a strike to Beltre. Hamilton trying to get a good lead, so if there's a double play ground ball, he can try to break it up at second. And that pitch just a little bit low. It's 2-1. Burnett, 6 feet tall, listed at 221. Right-hander back to the plate. Beltre flares it foul to the right. And the count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Last year, Burnett 2-5 with the Twins in 66 ball games. And facing a guy who this year doing pretty well with runners in scoring position. The 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled over the top of the Twins dugout. And the count remains 2-2. Hamilton at first after the intentional pass. Kinsler started this inning by singling to right field. Elvis Andrus sacrificed Kinsler to second. And Beltre up there trying to end the proceedings tonight. Chopper slowly hit to short. They go to second for 1. Hamilton gets there in time to break it up. A return throw not in time, but Carroll couldn't get anything on that throw with Hamilton right in his lap. Good job by Josh Hamilton. Well, the first play goes 6-4. Beltre now at first. The winning run now just 90 feet away. Hamilton right in there in the middle of it. So it'll be up to Nelly Cruz now, who has had some pretty good success against Burnett in the past. 3 out of 5 with a couple of doubles against Burnett. Cruz has singled and doubled his last 2 times to the plate. Burnett's first pitch, grounded to third. High throw there in time, and that'll do it in the 12th. We're on to the 13th, 3-3 in Arlington. This 3-3 ball game. Alex Burnett, who came on in relief, got the final 2 outs of the 12th, back out there to face Young, Murphy, and Napoli. Michael, a good night tonight. 3 out of 5. He's hit the ball hard. The 2 times it didn't count. He shoots this one. A fair ball down the right field line. Over to cut it off, Revere. And Young breezing into second with a leadoff 2-bagger. Michael's 4th hit of the night.
He almost won the game. His last time up, the ball went foul. Sliced foul by about 6 inches right at the end. This time he hit the hardest ball he's hit of the night. Just shoots the ball to right field. And we're talking about him driving the ball to right field, Buzz. I think he's waiting on the ball a little bit better. And hitting it off the good part of the bat.
So the winning run at second, nobody out. They are going to intentionally walk David Murphy. And by doing that, I would imagine it would set up a sacrifice attempt by Mike Napoli, you would think. And we'll find out here shortly as ball 3 is delivered outside. And ball 4. So Murphy, the intentional walk. That's the second intentional walk Murphy has drawn tonight. The third issued by Twins pitching. So first and second, nobody out. Napoli walked his last time up. He is 0 for 4. Checked with Dave Anderson to see what Ron Washington had in mind. The Twins are looking for a bunt. At the third baseman, Trevor Plouffe playing kind of catty corner down there at third and in front of the bag. No bunt as Napoli takes a strike. Ball got away from Domit just for a second. And now we'll see if Ron Washington has changed his mind.
I thought I saw him yell, swing the bat. I want you to swing the bat. We'll see.
Young at second, Murphy at first. 0-1 the count to Napoli. And the pitch outside from Burnett. They even the count at 1-1. So as Wash has said many times he's going to stick with Napoli, but this is one of those situations where I think he's going to allow him to try and swing his way out of a funk and help the ball club at the same time.
Yep, had a chance to do it last time and walked. They didn't come close to throwing him a strike.
And that's off the outside corner. 2-1.
In good hitters count right now.
Well, the Twins now convinced that Napoli was not going to be asked to sacrifice. Plouffe and Morneau back at the corner positions. And you see the middle infielders, both Dozier and Carroll, up a step at double play depth. 2-1 pitch. Down the third baseline. It's a fair ball from his knees. The throw is wide to first. And Napoli aboard with a base hit The bases are loaded with nobody out, and Craig Gentry coming to the plate.
There's nothing Plouffe could do. He's playing in position to try to get a ground ball and turn a double play. This ball is hit right down the line, so he has to break to his right. He smothers the ball, has no play at third. His only play is an attempt to roll it to first base, and he would have had him if he threw it accurately.
Yeah.
Not that easy a thing to do from that position. Didn't attempt to throw it all the way in the air, just wanted to get it there, but he didn't get it accurately.
So the bases are loaded. Everybody has to come in. The infield obviously has one play, and that's at the plate. The winning run at third base. The outfield has to come in shallow enough to be able to get Michael Young on a fly ball to the outfield. And here's Gentry. First ball swinging, ground ball to short. They come home for one. That's all they'll get. Gentry with his good speed able to leg out any potential return to second. So it goes 6-2 on the force, and that's out number one. And Ian Kinsler coming up. Gentry maybe a little bit over anxious. Instead of trying to use the big part of the park, looked like he rolled over on one a bit.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right, Buzz. You don't want to try to pull this guy. He throws a lot of sliders. And the Michael Young approach, trying to drive, or Elvis trying to drive the ball back through the middle towards second base, helps you a lot more when you get the off-speed slider.
So now we'll see if Ron Gardenhire is going to have the middle of the infield play back a little bit. See if they try to get a double play ball at second or not. Probably can't take the chance.
Now, the problem is if you play them back more than they are, Buzz, and you hit a chopper,
right,
game's over.
Yep. The winning run carried by David Murphy at third. Here's Ian Kinsler. First ball swinging, it's popped up, but that will reach the seats behind home plate. And it's 0-1. Kinsler 1 for 5 in his career against Alex Burnett. 3 for 6 tonight. Murphy, Napoli, and Gentry, third, second, and first. A 3-3 ball game. And the pitch to Kinsler. Breaking ball is outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Burnett, 19 total pitches, 10 strikes, 9 balls. Right-handers ready. Kinsler, a chopper foul. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Moving up in a similar situation last night.
Now all the outfielders play as deep as they could play to where they could throw someone out on a sacrifice fly. You can see Revere's the shallowest because he probably has the weakest of the 3 arms.
1-2 pitch. Swung on, and that'll do it. Left center field. It's down for a base hit. Murphy scores. Ian Kinsler and the Rangers walk it off 4-3.
Well, he's ahead in the count, and he hung him a slider, and Ian waited on it perfectly.
Back-to-back extra inning wins by a 4-3 score over the Twins. And the Rangers head to the All-Star break with a 2-game winning streak. And they have won 8 of the last 9 series that they have played prior to the break. Ian Kinsler, the walk-off tonight, driving in his 41st run of the year. David Murphy scoring the winner. And that makes Scott Feldman a winner for the 3rd time in 2012.
Well, here's the breaking ball he's trying to throw away, and he catches the plate, and Ian gets the good part of the bat on it, gets it up in the air. All he needed to do was hit a fly ball, and that gets the job done. Great win for the Rangers. Didn't have much offense until the 9th inning, and it took an error and 3 unearned runs to tie the game in the 9th. Well, they'll take it.
Well, tonight, their first win when they've been trailing by 3 runs in the 9th inning since back in 2007. June 9th of that year against Milwaukee in interleague play. Let's go down to Jim Knox, who has a very happy Michael Young.
That's right, Buzz. Michael, congratulations. I tell you what, the game winner goes to Ian Kinsler, but you really got it in the 9th. 2 outs,